Hey guys, it is Insert Q Witticism here again with another video for YouTube. This time I'm going to be playing one of my favorite platformers probably ever, Super Meat Boy. It is an incredibly difficult but very satisfying platformer, released by the same guys who did, or at least one of the guys who did Binding of Isaac. It's got incredibly tight controls, so when you die, and you're going to die a hell of a lot, it's entirely your fault. Which is, I guess, encouraging in a way, but it can also be really discouraging, because after you spend an hour in a single level and you've died 1,000 or more times, probably, you start to wonder if you can ever beat the board. I will be showing you the very first world in Super Meat Boy. This is the Forest Light World. And the object is very simple. There's a map, you're a little ball of meat with an infinite number of lives. That's how meatballs are, I guess. And you gotta get to your girlfriend, who is stolen by the evil dude that you all saw at the beginning of the clip here. The game has a pretty cool feature here that I'm about to kind of fail in showing, but I'm gonna kill myself a few times intentionally, then succeed. It auto replays all lives at the same time, so you can see what happened. It can get pretty neat looking when you've died about 100 or 200 times. You can also slow down your system to a fucking crawl, but anyway, it's a pretty cool feature. I'm really just trying to race through all the levels, kind of doing a speedrun. Actually, haven't played this game in a couple months really, so I'm a little bit rusty. I think I die once or twice, but I can get through the Forest Light World pretty easy. And you saw at the very beginning, there's a world map sort of with 20 different levels on it. To get to the boss for any particular world or world map, you have to finish, I think, something like 17 of the 20. Here, what happened, the bandage girl, my girlfriend, was glitching out. It happens randomly. If you get to her in that life, and she's still glitching out, then you go to Glitch World, which is what you see here. It's kind of goes back to the old days of NES, where if you put the cartridge in backwards or upside down, or if there was dust or something, the game would just fucking glitch out and look exactly like that, with like weird characters and letters backwards and shit. These levels are really hard, and I don't even know if I've ever beaten that level. I think I've gotten past the first one, but there's 3 stages to every one of those glitch levels, and they're incredibly difficult. I didn't really remember kind of the rhythm to that level, so I just died 3 times. I'd like to say that I wasn't trying, but I really was, and that's pretty embarrassing, because I've got a lot of hours on this game. As you can see, the graphics in this game are really solid. They're really stylized. You know, they're simple. They're not completely sophisticated. You know, you don't need a gigabyte graphics card to run it. But it actually still is kind of graphically demanding. I used to play this on my old laptop, and it would have slowdown on really large levels. Some of the levels are smaller, bigger than others. This one is a little pretty small. But this one gets a little bigger, so graphics cards, there's a lot going down, a lot of moving parts to the level. Can see some slowdown, but it's pretty rare. I mean, maybe in the later levels. The game designers are extremely, what's the word, sadistic in some ways. It's not so bad as like, I want to be the guy, and I think that's just sort of retarded hard. This is a pretty good ramp up in difficulty, so you can get used to a lot of what they throw at you, but it ramps up very quickly. As you can see, this is still the first map, or first world, Forest World, and I think this is level 19 out of 20. And compare that to the first one that you saw was just me like jumping up on a little fucking platform. It's gotten a lot more difficult, and the only reason this is so easy for me is because I played this game so much. I remember when I just started playing it, it seemed like I would never beat the first world. You know, I put a lot of time into it. You know, it's not that hard, but still, it seemed very difficult at the time. Going back after I've beaten the entire Light World game and gotten to the second half, the ending of the Dark World, which is a much harder, kind of Light World and steroids version with a lot more salts and shit. I can go back and do this, and the Dark World even, pretty easily. So after I beat this map here, I get to the boss. The bosses in this game, especially this boss, is pretty cool. And the music for this boss is actually really badass. So I'm gonna shut up and let you listen, let you watch. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope it inspires you to give Super Meat Boy a try. Really solid game, and I'll see y'all later.